Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today got more news for you guys. Another update on the situation where the Pagans Clubhouse got raided. There was an arrest made, and they weren't telling people, but we know about it now. So this morning, there was a raid at the Pagans Clubhouse in North Carolina, and they bust through the front door. Here's a new picture for you guys. You can see both of the front windows are smashed, and they arrested someone. What did they arrest them for? Possession of firearm by a convicted felon. This is the guy they arrested. We're going to bring you guys all the information. His name's Anthony Lee Card. He was arrested for charged with possession of firearm by a convicted felon. So the situation goes like this. The SWAT team conducted a raid early Monday morning at the Pagans Clubhouse in Caldwell County in connection with the deadly shooting at the Outlaws Clubhouse in Newton 3 weeks ago. The State Bureau of Investigations, or SBI, confirmed that 2 SWAT teams from Lenoir Police and Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at the Pagans Clubhouse around 4 a.m. So here's what we know. The raid is linked to a shooting incident that occurred at the Outlaws Clubhouse, and it occurred some weeks prior. A spokesperson with the SBI confirmed the connection between the raid and the deadly shooting at the Outlaws Clubhouse. Outside the Pagan Clubhouse, shattered glass was visible in the parking lot, indicating the intensity of the raid. Authorities reported the SWAT teams entered the building first, followed by agents who conducted the search. So neighbors reported seeing significant police presence along Highway 321 and hearing explosions as the raid commenced. The SBI stated agents spent over 3 hours collecting evidence from the clubhouse. It says no charges have been filed related to the Newton shooting. However, during the raid, Anthony Lee Card was arrested and charged with possession of firearm by a convicted felon by Lenoir Police Department. He was taken into custody to the Caldwell County Detention Center for processing. He's currently under a $50,000 bond. So that's a new update for you guys. I wanted to let you know what exactly was going on. I told you I'm going to start bringing you guys the news as it comes in. I will be the exclusive one to bring you guys stuff as it drops. So we were the first ones to report on the Hells Angel and the Mongol situation that happened out in Nevada. And we're going to try to bring you content as it comes in. And the other situation that we were covering yesterday, the one about the fire that was going on. So remember, I went live and we were talking about who it possibly could be. So they do have the identity of the shooter. And the gunman is apparently gone. He is a done deal. The gunman identified in deadly Idaho firefighter ambush on the Canfield Mountain. Remember, we were live with a person that was there. So we got direct connection there. The suspect is accused of intentionally setting a brush fire on the mountain in Idaho on Sunday to ambush firefighters with gunfire, killing 2 and injuring a 3rd, has been identified. Authorities told the Associated Press that a 20-year-old Wes Rowley, his name is now deceased, believed to have set the wildfire on the mountain. He intentionally set the fire to lure in firefighters into an ambush. Like, why would he do that? Like, firefighters are trying to help people. I don't understand why someone would do something like that. It says these firefighters did not stand a chance. Shortly after firefighters responded, they broadcasted about 2 p.m. that they were being shot at, prompting a swift response from the sheriff's office and other law enforcement agencies. Law enforcement officers later engaged gunfire with the suspect on the mountain, according to the sheriff's office. SWAT officers later found the man deceased on the mountain with a weapon nearby and transported his body off the mountain as the wildfires were getting closer. 2 firefighters and one Cordy Annie and another Kunai County were killed. A third firefighter was transported to the hospital fighting for his life, but in stable condition. I believe there were more people that were injured, but they're just not talking about it because the first reports were 7 firefighters were hit. Hey, what's going on, Gary? What's going on, Ken? How are you? Yeah, people do suck, man. I don't understand some people on why they would do something like that to people that are trying to help other people. Why would they do that? It's just crazy. But if you guys are just joining us, there was a raid at the Pagans Clubhouse in North Carolina, and it is in connection with the shooting at the Outlaws Clubhouse in North Carolina. So apparently, and I got some other information about the stabbing that happened over at the workplace. So apparently, the police were watching this place when it was shot up. So they know exactly what happened. I believe they know who did it. They were doing surveillance on the 23rd anniversary of the Outlaws being in this town. So when the people came by, they did whatever, right? Shots were fired. And allegedly, the Outlaws shot back. And I guess there's no houses on this side of the street where this clubhouse is. So someone said that if there's gunfire that hit other houses, it probably came from the clubhouse direction because there's no other houses on that side of the street. So there's no possibility unless the gunfire came from the clubhouse. Possibility, I'm not really sure. So we're going to just speculate on that one. But anyway, they were having a 23rd anniversary. That's when someone came by and they shot about 30 shots at the clubhouse. I'm not sure if the 30 shots came from one individual or was an exchange of gunfire, but like 30 shots were rang out in a rapid succession, they said. And it was a few weeks ago. And one person was killed, another person was shot. And now they raided the Pagans Clubhouse, and it is linked to the deadly shooting. So SWAT teams conducted a raid early Monday morning at the Pagans Clubhouse in Caldwell County in connection with the deadly shooting at the Outlaws Clubhouse in Newton 3 weeks ago. The State Bureau of Investigation, that's the North Carolina, like the FBI type state deal. The SBI confirmed that 2 SWAT teams from Lenoir Police and Sheriff's Office executed search warrant at the Pagans Clubhouse around 4 a.m. The raid is linked to a shooting incident that happened at the Outlaws Clubhouse, according to which occurred weeks prior. A spokesperson with the SBI confirmed that connection between the raid and the deadly shooting at the Outlaws Clubhouse. Outside the Pagans Clubhouse, shattered glass was visible in the parking lot, indicating the intensity of the raid. Authorities reported SWAT teams entered the building first, followed by agents who conducted the search. Neighbors reported seeing a significant police presence along Highway 321, hearing explosion as the raid commenced. The SBI stated that the agents spent over 3 hours collecting evidence from the clubhouse. No charges have been filed related to the Newton shooting. However, during the raid, Anthony Lee Card was arrested and charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So this guy was in the clubhouse with a weapon, allegedly, and when they did the raid, he got caught with a gun. He's being held on a $50,000 bond. And he's sitting in jail right now. So he was taken into custody, and he's sitting at Chadwell Detention Facility for processing and currently under a $50,000 bond. So we're going to have more information as it comes available for you guys. And speaking of that, the situation where the Mongol stabbed the Hell's Angel at work. Now, allegedly, this is all alleged, right? Can't put it in stone, but this is what I hear. Is that, so these guys were both at work, and they ran into each other. And they said in the report that a bystander was poked, right? So what I'm hearing is that bystander is an alleged prospect for the Hells Angels, but I cannot confirm that, so I don't really know if that's true. But the bystander did get poked and got treated at the hospital and released. So, Jaman, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. 100% entrapment, definitely. Still waiting for the raid for tunnels under. Yeah, the cops basically work for them. Yeah, it's crazy. We'll see what happens. When the updates come in, I will let you know. You guys will be the first to hear it when I hear it. But I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this. There's a lot more content in the works. And again, that the gunman was caught that lit the fire over there. He was only 19 years old, 19 or 20, young kid. Threw his whole life away. It's gone now. But anyway, don't miss tonight, 10 o'clock. Ex-Chingaling Vice President, Flair 1%. It's a great interview. You don't want to miss it. I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys for joining me. If you like this show, hit the like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.